Hello friends, welcome to Akulmach. My name is Chandrakant, and in this live stream we actually provide information related to business, tips and tricks, and also how you can be successful. And as you would have noticed from the title of the live stream today, we want to basically add value to you and inform you how you can become a video editor as a career choice, because video has emerged as a prime medium today. In fact, everybody is relying on the video platform in order to convey a message, and video is is one of the prominent and very potent weapon for sales and marketing. And if in fact today it has come to such a situation where if people are not making videos, then they will not be able to sell their services. So in a nutshell, you have to make a video, and you have to ensure that even if you are selling a ceiling fan, there has to be a video associated with it, and there could be some sort of very subdued marketing message. You show a bunch of families sitting around in a drawing room enjoying the cool breeze coming from their fan. There was a time when you had to basically rely to do the same thing on a film star. So you rope in a film star after paying millions of dollars for a 1 minute shoot where the film star sit on a sofa enjoying the breeze from this fan. Whereas today you want normal people to make your video, say that, look, I'm a normal person, I'm using the product, and the product is from XYZ company. It's a ceiling fan. And then if you have these many videos, then the chances are you as a product company will actually make a lot of revenue, because you will actually end up selling a lot of these fans which everybody is talking about. So video, of course, and then influencing your product line based on the video. So that is where the market is. And in such a scenario, who is doing the heavy lifting? Who is basically making sure that all these videos, obviously some videos are good, some are not so good, some are exceptionally good, and that work is done by the editor, the video editor. In fact, these are the unsung heroes, and especially when the video editing has become such a big thing, what about the video editors? And therefore when there are thousands and thousands of video being churned out every day, and so many people are making the video itself is competing with each other in terms of the viewers time, because you as a viewer can watch only as many videos as you can. You don't have a job to watch the video throughout the day. You will watch it based on your time, based on your preference. So which video you will actually pick up and watch during that phase, that is important, and that is really the role of a good quality video editor, and that is where the opportunities lies. And therefore I want to basically tell you that video editing has become very, very lucrative, and how you can become a video editor in 2023. And in fact, you don't need a video editing qualification also, as long as you have a creative mind and you have the understanding of what type of video you are making, and you can apply your mind and your knowledge, you can become a video editor. And there are two kinds of video editing. One is that you shoot the video, somebody shoots the video, give you the video recordings to you. All you need to do is basically plug that thing together with sound, music, cut the video clip so that it becomes a continuous portion of a video, and then after your editing is done, you come out with a video. Probably you need to key in certain key elements. We will talk about that during the discussion, but it's a good field to enter and make thousands of dollars by selling your video editing services. There is another beast which is also there, which we must mention, and that is the live streaming. Live streaming has become very important, very critical today. So the editing has to be part of the production setup, because what is happening today, for example, we are going live and you can see so many elements which are also coming live in front of you within my own stream. You can see these background, you can see these waveforms on my side, and then you see a lot of these data points which are also visible. And by the way, all the elements on my live stream itself are basically live. Many of the content that you are seeing right now are live content, and obviously this is being done by a production team as I'm speaking. So I'm speaking in a studio, and when it is getting live streamed on YouTube, there is a production team which is actually ensuring all of these elements are stitching together in my live stream. So the editing is not only limited to the cutting a video. It is also gone beyond, and it is now, because of the live stream, and live stream is now the main focus of video platforms. The editing on the go is also very, very prominent, similar to what my live stream is demonstrating today. So editing definitely is a very good lucrative business, because I think that is one challenge that people have, is what we should do once we have become an expert, we have become engineer. But where are the jobs for engineer? Because even though you are qualified engineer, you need to gain knowledge of making the videos, so that you can go and sell those services. Or you can actually, suppose you're doing some designing, somebody has to see your video so that they can get impressed, and probably they can hire you, they can engage with you. So even though you are a qualified engineer, the video has to be made by you. If you are a interior designer, you have to make a video. If you are a chartered accountant, you have to make a video saying that these are the clients that I have. You probably interview some of your client to impress the other future prospects, demonstrate that I am working with these clients, and these clients are talking about my services in such and such manner, and hence I am a good chartered accountant. So every walk of life, everyone has to make a video, and therefore it opens up a floodgate of opportunity for editing. Because a video cannot, a simple video you can shoot using your mobile phone, it's not going to cut the ice, simply because there is huge competition in the video platform. Now if you look at the platform, everybody, all the major social media platforms have their video component. Some are good, some are not so good, but really the leaders are primarily three platforms. And since we are talking about the video editing, these primary video platforms are YouTube, of course, which is expert in long format video. And then if you look at other video platform, that is Twitch, which is specialized in the gaming video format, which are essentially very, very long, like 2 hours, 3 hours at one stretch. Then there are Facebook, which is specialized in these reels kind of a thing, small short videos. And also Instagram, which is specific to a particular market niche. But again, Instagram is pretty large. Twitch is large, is big in terms of gaming. Instagram and YouTube are equally large, because a lot of people are using Instagram. And if you are making a video as a business person or as an individual, you cannot ignore any of these platforms, because these are very large. So now when you are making a video on a platform, you're obviously competing with at least 2 to 3 billion videos which are being churned out in a month by so many people across the globe. So if you make a video using just a simple camera without any editing, that video will not be liked. It will not be picked up by the algorithm. And since your video is not picked up by the algorithm, it will not go anywhere. And therefore, better video has a better chance of survival and viewability. That is why I'm saying that the editors play a major role in making the video more likable among the people. And that gives rise to this opportunity that suddenly the industry provides. That is, you can become a video editor. Now, if you are a video maker yourself, that means you can be an artist, you can explain things properly, well and good, and so you can start churning out your own videos because now you have the editing skills also. But then if you have the editing skills, you can sell those editing skills which are in very very high demand to other video makers, because video makers don't have time. They actually churn out the videos, and somebody else has to stitch them together so that they become a good quality with sound effects, graphics floating around in the video, which people can watch and like. And therefore editing services has emerged as one of the prominent change in the market segment. I mean, if you look at the market, where how it is progressing, it is definitely progressing to where we are talking about games. Gaming is also becoming a very big opportunity, and in fact I covered that a couple of days back in my counseling session. But today editing is also emerging as a very big commercial service which can be, you can acquire, and you can start selling those services to video makers. And there are so many. You can actually set up a hourly rate and say that, look, I will work on these rates. Or you can actually work on a retainership where you have a monthly fee kind of a thing. So I think all kinds of permutation combinations are possible if you are expert editor. So we will talk about all of those aspects today in the program, but the point here is that video editing services has emerged as a prominent career choice today. And there is no age limit for becoming a video editor. If you are very young, and even if you are 12 years old, and if you can edit videos, you are in the market, and younger the better. I think that is the mantra. Now, when you want to start editing, obviously you need a PC, which on which you will actually do editing services. So you need to identify what kind of PC. And for example, if you're watching this live stream right now on a mobile or on a laptop, obviously you know that if you have a laptop, you are already in the game, but mobile is not sufficient. So if you don't have a laptop or a PC, then you need to arrange for one. But then if you have one, just check how much memory that machine has, what is the processing power of that machine, and if it is mid-size machine, then you are good to go, because all these editing software also requires a little bit of space, memory, and good processing speed, so that you can actually bring in a lot of these elements. And since we are dealing with graphics, so if you have a graphic card, then you are definitely in the game. So make sure that when you talk about PC, you can start with a low-end PC, but then very soon you will start realizing that you need to upgrade. So you can actually do, you can grow in gradual manner. You can start learning the editing skills when you have a laptop, a simple laptop or a simple personal computer. But then gradually, when you actually start gaining clients, there will be a need to make sure that you have an adequate PC with adequate storage and graphic processing capability, and then you can think about it. So I think I don't want to spend too much time on the hardware, because all this information is now available. You can actually do a simple Google search and find out what is the optimum PC required for graphic editing work, and you will get the answer. So definitely you need a PC, because this is all you need. All you need is a good PC, and once you have a good PC, then you are in the game, and then you start learning the skills, and that is the key part. We will cover that. What is the other thing that is required? You definitely require a video editing software. Now this is the point where you start getting very specific. There are many video editing softwares, but then you can't use any free software, because free softwares have a lot of limitation. Although if there are open source, that's a different story. So in addition to having an adequate PC, you also need to think about investing in a good video editing software. So Adobe provides Premium Pro provides a good, very good. In fact, that is the most preferred video editing software. But then there is open source also, the Vinci Resolve. I've been hearing very good things about the Vinci Resolve. That is also very good software, and it is absolutely free. It is open source. So you can decide which video editing software you want to use, which you are comfortable with. More or less, all these softwares will help you achieve the editing part of it, and all of these different softwares will give you the same end result. More importantly, you have to feel comfortable in whatever editing software you have chosen for your editing career. Why I am saying that you need to choose a video editing software? Simply because there is a training curve, there is a learning curve, because each software has a different set of interface, different set of commands, and when you learn these things, different features, different libraries, and different support mechanisms. There could be some plugins which that company provides, which you need support at times. So if you choose that this is one particular software which you will actually end up either buying or put it on trial for a month or 15 days or so, and if you feel comfortable in that software, you will have to basically invest money in acquiring the license of that software, because a licensed software will give you all the features which are required, and it is important to learn all the features. Now if you actually go for an open source like DaVinci Resolve, you can also achieve the same result, but then in the Adobe Premium Pro, there could be some ready-made stuff which you can quickly call, whereas in open source there could be some challenges. Although I have personally heard very great things about the Vinci Resolve, people are very comfortable using this. The software is absolutely free, and it has quite it's feature rich, and is comparable to any other commercial software. So you can decide which one you want based on your comfort level. If you are comfortable using DaVinci Resolve, then it is free. You don't have to spend any money in getting the editing software. But if you have if you want to invest money and get a licensed version, then you can choose the other prominent licensed version software, which will give you little bit more comfort in terms of using the software. Once you have decided what software you want to use, you have to start learning the software. That is why you have to basically zero down on which way you are going towards building up your editing infrastructure, because without this infrastructure you will not be able to go to the clients and offer video editing services. So all this needs to be figured out when you want to become an editor, and then you have to start learning. So you have to figure out what software you will be using, download that software on the PC, and then make sure that your PC is tailor-made for the editing business that you would be doing. And then you don't want to basically confuse between editing, gaming, etc, etc. You focus on bringing making sure that this PC is for editing, and then all the artifacts, your hard disk, your memory, and everything is used by that editing software, so that you are very specifically using this machine for editing work. Sometimes editor also require a large screen monitor, so it will be good to invest in a large screen monitor as part of your hardware. And sometimes you may need multiple screens, because it will be better if you can actually blow up things and start seeing these granular images of what you are working on. So all that is part of your initial planning, and then you have installed the software, and then you have to start learning various features. There is no second choice of not learning. Video editing is not easy. It takes time. It has a steep learning curve. Even though the training there are a lot of tutorials available which you can use, and these are free tutorials. And if you buy the software, you will get a lot of these support from commercial license givers. They provide a lot of these video based training free of cost. And also, if you have if you can go to Udemy kind of platform, then the courses on video editing are very, very low cost. You can learn from the masters on Udemy, or on a master class. So all kinds of avenues are available. Important thing is, it takes about 6 months to become an expert in video editing. Some guys can become expert in 3.5 to 4 months. Others will take more time, but on an average, it takes a lot of time to become an expert in video editing. So if you are enthusiastic about providing or starting video editing as a career, looking at the opportunity, because I explained the opportunity itself, because everybody is making videos today. So therefore, there is a lot of opportunity for video editors as part of as a service which others may be requiring. So I think you have to think about it. You have to get into training mode for at least 3 to 6 months, where you start churning out videos and see all the features are familiar to you. There are different protocols that you need to remember in terms of files, how the files will flow from you to internet and so on. What are these formats? So a lot of these intrinsic details are there, and also the lingo which is used specifically by editors are also part of these softwares. So you need to basically understand the features. You also need to understand the various technology lingos which are used specifically by these people, and then you have to learn all of this, and you have to by heart all of that. And once you become an expert, you can go ahead and start selling your video editing services. And that is when we come to the most important part, and that is about your personal time management. Why I'm talking about this time management? Because if you are watching my live stream, you may be convinced that, okay, this is one area that I will like to do. I like to build my career on. I will like to be video editing. But then video editing itself is a very time consuming activity. It is slow. It requires focus. It requires creativity. So even though you think that you are a good video maker, but it does not mean that you can become a good editor. Editor is a totally different frame of mind. Takes time, and then with enough practice, you can start churning out videos faster. So therefore, the time management is very, very important. And say, for example, if you take one project will take at least, simple project will take at least 2 to 3 days of your time, and then you will then get bogged down by how much money you are making, because there has to be some sort of negotiation done with the client that, okay, I will churn out this video, but it will cost you so much. That negotiation I will come to in a bit. But then time management is very important, because you have finite time with you. The day is 24 hours. You need to have a sleep of at least 8 hours. Then there are other activities that you need to do. So how much time you have for editing work, which is your profession now? You have already selected the right machine. You have got a licensed software. You are now ready to be a video editor. Now is a time when you start thinking about this time management. How do you start working on multiple projects at the same time without investing too much of your own personal time? Because if you can fast forward things quickly, then video editing can become a lot easier for you. So all that will come with experience. Nevertheless, when you start, you have to learn these tricks, and that is why I want to inform all the viewers who are watching me right now that time management is the biggest requirement of a video editing business, where you need to look at how much time you have, how much time each creative will take, and this will also help you price your services properly. because many times when you go out to the client, you can say that, look, my services will be billed on hourly basis, and based on the amount of work I will charge you on hourly basis. Or you can also say that it will be a combination of hourly basis billing plus the complexity that you are expecting in the video that I'm churning out. Because as I said, video editing is sort of a very time consuming activity. Each element of the video takes a lot of time and creativity. So if the client expectation is that the creativity elements are very high, very heavy, it'll take longer time for you to do that. So there has to be some mechanism to understand how much time you have for this activity, and that time has to translate into the revenue that you want to, or the fee that you want to charge from your client. That is why I brought up this subject of time management, because I wanted you to also look at, if you are now providing editing services, you have to start thinking of how you can convert that into a full-fledged career for yourself. It's very important, because if you are a good and creative editor, you don't want to basically keep working one video at a time. Because if one client is giving you approximately $500, then your earning potential is very linear in the very, very linear, extremely linear, because you will finish one client and then you go for finding another client. It'll take a week or so, then you start the work, you make another $500. So it'll the income pattern may not be very steady. So in order to create that kind of a steady income stream for you, you have to start thinking of innovative ways of basically marketing your services. And that is why I spoke about time management, because your time is valuable. In the limited time, how you can make more money, how you can be more efficient, how you can work with many clients at the same time, how you can actually build your services in a way that you start it's a win-win for client as well as for you. It should not happen that it is win for your client, and always lose for you, because then you will lose out and then you will lose faith in this. So since we are talking about editing services, by the way, this is very generic, it applies to all activities. And since we are talking about editing services, I'm only limiting my discussion of planning for sales and marketing for the editors, for the editor's role. Because all these aspects that I'm talking about, which is planning, talking about what kind of services you provide, so website designing, management of your time, optimizing your processes, how do you reach out to thousands of clients, how do you analyze what is a good client for you, what is a bad client for you. All of this activity will also eat into your creative time also, because sales and marketing and all this conversion of client is also part of your activity if you are selling editing services, because you have to now also do editing. Now it is your choice. If you grow very rapidly, you can actually grow into a company where you start employing people just like you, and you can convert your business into a much more organized pyramid structure like a company, and then you can then start servicing multiple clients. Or you can actually remain individual, as long as you can optimize your services, you can optimize the pricing mechanism, and you can also find steady clients who will come back to you year on year, and they will retain you on monthly basis. So all of this you have to think about. And but nevertheless, the point I want to drive here is that editing has emerged as a major revenue churner starting from 2022, and it is still going strong. It will be very strong until the augmented reality and AI comes into the picture. Until that time, this video platform are going to churn a lot of revenue for many people. So if you are enthusiastic, if you are creative, and if you want to get into editing, video editing role, This is time to jump into it. And it doesn't matter even if you are a 12-year-old, 10-year-old guy or a girl who are enthusiastic. There is no qualification required at this point in time. All is required is building those skills. So think about it, friends. I wanted to drive this point in my counseling session. Hopefully it is useful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot in, and I will take up your question tomorrow when I join you with some other subject. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow same time. Bye bye.